So unless you've been living under a rock for the past week, there's been a whole situation in regards to Dr. Disrespect and accusations and allegations made against him in regards to inappropriate behavior with a minor. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you haven't seen any sort of updates from larger creators such as Moist Critical and some ordinary gamers, let me get you caught up. The inciting incident was made by one Coney Connors from a number of sources. This is a prior Twitch employee. And seemingly at random, it was a tweet that was made saying he got banned, Dr. Disrespect, because he was caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was then trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read that in plain text. Case closed, gang. Now, after this, I did look at the response, right? Looking at Cody Connors, this is the individual in question, former CPM, explainer over at Twitch. Whatever that means, whatever his position is, I couldn't find it offhand. That being said, multiple sources do say that he did work at Twitch. Going into Dr. Disrespect's response of the situation, quote, "Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can since this is the effing internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday." Obviously, some self-promo there. Now, there's a couple ways that you can look at this. The way that I looked at it, and many others looked at it, was rightfully so. You have this random individual on the internet that is claiming that they know the answer to this question, this problem that has been posed for many years at this point. His ban was back in 2017, I believe. And a random on the internet claiming something has everything to gain. You have to understand that. If it's the whole situation within Praise of Shadows and trying to slander a bunch of people such as Wendigoon, Shuonhead, etc. Some random doing this and trying to start drama, whether it's true or not. I mean, it gets some engagement being positive feedback, being negative feedback, neutral feedback, watches, clicks, likes, comments, etc. It's all engagement. So, me, and a lot of other people's included, did correctly say that, look, it is innocent till proven guilty. You need to bring some sort of citations. You need to bring some sort of evidence, right? And this, anyone could say, is reasonable, right? We don't live, at least in the US, in a society that is guilty until proven innocent, much like the internet would like to say otherwise at times. However, guilty until proven innocent opens up a lot of doors that people don't want opened. I think a lot of us would have been more than happy to let this situation wait, to let proper citation and evidence come out. But beyond a reasonable doubt, I do have my answer in regards to Dr. Disrespect's official tweet. I'm looking at this. I wonder what PR firm, I wonder what law firm he's going through. I wonder who is coaching him on this legalese, because this reads like legal. And, I think that's going to be plain for when I'm reading it for you to see. Just something to keep in mind, and this should be treated as an official legal statement, especially because this has been up for a few days. Now, there have been a couple edits in regards to this. I'm not super familiar with Twitter just because I actually try to be on it less than I, currently am. But what I can say is there are other videos, such as some Ordinary Gamers and Moist Critical's own videos, that do go over the edits in themselves. His official statement in regard to this entire thing, this entire situation, the Twitch ban. "Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. No ellipses, just 2 periods. Not sure what the typo is there. Not sure why that's there or why that's done that way. Once again, very curious about the law firm that actually is, coaching him on this. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys about anything that I can be upfront about. And I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now." Well, yeah, yes and no. We'll get into that later. I will save comments for the end. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at the Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never wanted to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, once again, not sure why the typo, especially if this is legal coaching. Reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have properly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell my side of the story regarding the ban. There's a lot to this. I'm trying not to get angry reading this. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. That's all you need. If you were looking for the down and dirty of this video, this is what you need officially from him, from his official statement, using this as a legal statement, right? Looking at that, if that's all you're interested in, that's your smoking gun. words. I was going to say proverbially. You know what I'm saying, though. However, if continuing, were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These are casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I've never even met the individual. Okay. This is just trying to downplay this initial. That's all that is. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear. It was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. This is an important distinction because it comes down to, in the real world, if you were caught doing something, but either you settled out of it or no criminal charges were brought against you, it counts differently for different things. There's definitely more people with far more experience in the legal field that can explain this better than I can currently. Just know that this is a relevant thing. I feel it's trying to detract from his point, but it is a relevant thing to know. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should never entertain these conversations to begin with. You're goddamn right. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should never have happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll effing own my shit. This was stupid. You're damn right it was. Now, with all that being said, don't get mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. Twitter is a destruction zone. By my own admission, I'd like to be on Twitter a lot less than I currently am. I get it. However, him saying he's no predator or pedo, right? Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me effing knows where I stand on these things and what with those types of people. F that. That's a different level of disgust, and I effing hate even hearing about that. Don't be labeling as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the F out of here with that shit. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020, so it was 2020. There. We have official citation, right? Correcting me. It wasn't 2017. The messages looked like they were 2017, but the ban itself was 2020. To my team, community, industry, friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support through all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the effing best community and circle. Any of this has made you uncomfortable. I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know that you always have been greatly appreciated. Trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real-life experience, I don't give an F about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with the entire statement, and I think I'm a POS, that's fine, but I'm not going anywhere. This contextually does come after a tweet that he said where he was thinking of going on hiatus. I don't know if it was a full retirement, but to take a break. Not the same guy that made the mistake all those years ago. Take an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream. I'm going back coming up with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, effing right. I don't know. I don't know how the law firm let that pass, but we have a legal statement that has been 2-3 times edited. See, last edited right there. And this entire situation is a problem. Now, I, as Kip, want to do my research in the best capacity that I can, reach out to the individuals that I can. I reached out to not only my parents on this matter, I also reached out to colleagues of mine on this matter. I reached out to my buddy, my teacher buddy, former Cap Scout, right? I guess technically still Cap Scout because military, you know what I mean, right? And unanimously, we're coming to the consensus as adults, as functioning adults with functioning brains, right? That this is not okay. What we have here, the offending paragraph to me, is going to be the whole statement where it comes down to whether this one right here, this paragraph here is the one that's really offending for me. Was there a Twitch whisper message with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. 1, if it is not in a professional capacity, why are you ever talking to a minor? I've had to talk to minors. I've had minors message me on Discord, and I've told them this is not appropriate. Look, you're more than welcome back to my community when you're 18. If you're a minor, you need to be hanging out with people your own age. You need to find the cool adults in your life. You need to find the cool teachers in your life, and you need to really go there. There is no logical, rational, reasonable explanation that I would ever message a minor. And specifically, were there real intent going into casual mutual discussions that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. So you are stating here in your legalese that these conversations did contain inappropriate things, or at least had conversations that led up to inappropriate matters. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. To which my Cap Scout buddy does respond, leaned on inappropriate, quote unquote. That's more than what should have happened. And that is a fair analysis, right? And then we go down and how we're just haters, right? You know, we shouldn't label him as stuff. You know, look, I I don't know how smart this guy is. I don't know what grades he got. This comes across as tone deaf. This comes across as trying to salvage a reputation. This comes across as a temper tantrum, especially with the amount of F-bombs he gives. Look, I say the F-bomb a lot. I'm not going to say I don't, right? For YouTube's sake, advertiser's sake, I tone it down a little bit, right? Tone it back a little bit. However, I'm very just confused why this statement is worded in the way that it is, with as many typos as it is, especially if there is coaching being done here. The edits did regard into having minor to deleting minor into adding minor back, which, you know, we can see that it's on the internet. It's publicly accessible. I don't know where he's thinking this is going to be some kind of W. As a functioning adult, right? The only situations you should ever be dealing with minors are professional, right? They should be professional, in plain view of everybody. For instance, what I do, right? Used to do stuff for Pokemon, right? You know, I was able to apply for a professorship, pass a background check, all that fun stuff, right? If I were to go back to being a professor because my credentials have expired, if I was to go back to being a professional and I had to deal with, say, kids, or I had to deal with minors in leagues, right, in tournaments and having to judge calls and stuff like that, you're very professional. You know, you're very blunt with what you say. You do what you need to, and then you move on. You do it in a very professional and respectful manner. If I'm playing something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or, God, if I go to the range because it's Idaho, right? And, you know, I have a kid sitting across from me because I get paired with them, right? Either I take just an L in the tournament, which, you know, F's me out of points, or what do? I keep it professional. I make sure that, hey, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm doing. Hey, you can't make that play. You need to leave a response window open. And after that's done, I leave. If they try to track me down, if they try to find me, if they try to initiate something else beyond that, I tell them, look, this is inappropriate. You need to go away. You need to, once again, talk with people your own age. Talk with your friends. Talk with the cool adults in your life. Talk with the like the teachers in your life, the cool teachers, right? When I say cool adults, I mean obviously in a professional capacity, uncle, grandfather, etc. And if we're going to go to the range example, right? If I see 4 yahoos that are 16, 17 come out to the range, they got a bucket of 5.56, right? I'm probably just going to remove myself from that situation. You know, you could say, well, you were there first, Kip. You know, look, firearms, when it comes to that, safety and security, I will cut my trip short if I'm worried about minors getting anything. If I worry that they're going to do something, you know, I would rather take the safe initiative on that route. But in regards to my Cow Scout buddy, the follow-up was, to be clear, I really do feel it is distasteful and generally inappropriate for adults to talk to minor in private messages. That said, there are a few times where it's fine and harmless, and there are a few terms. 1, the parent should always know these messages exist and be comfortable to see them at any time. 2, nothing lewd or illegal should be discussed. 3, the relationship that isn't a friendship, quote-unquote, should be clear. And that's honestly fair. This is coming from somebody that is a teacher. This is coming from someone that is licensed to teach, someone that has taken college courses in regards to sociology, and I trust their opinion very highly. I think that he's right on the money with this and actually is able to have a more refined version of this. So where does that leave this? At the end of the day, this man's inconsequential. Dr. Disrespect is inconsequential, and, you know, his family is going to have to deal with this, right? I don't condone harassment. What I can say is you as an individual aren't going to take down a giant like Dr. Disrespect. Twitch and YouTube having knowledge of this, allegedly and potentially having knowledge of this, is something for discussion, you know, separate from this. However, all you can do, starve him of metrics, block him, give him the proverbial middle finger, and move on. He's not worth your time. This is a man that is choosing to admit, right, that, oh, well, there's no legal action, right? There's no, it's all been settled, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, right? And admitting via his own statement, right, hey, these DMs did happen. These were with a minor, right, which has been a point of contention. And it leaned towards the inappropriate side of things. That's all you need. That is your smoking gun. You're done here. Give him the proverbial middle finger, walk away. And so this is also kind of a little bit of a litmus test as well. If I have someone approach me talking about Dr. Disrespect, right? What are you talking to me about? Okay, what's going on here? What are you trying to get across here? And, oh, well, he was framed, and, oh, this is such BS. Probably don't want to associate with you anyways, right? Or, you know, yeah, no, I used to watch him, you know, I thought he was kind of cool, you know, I liked what he did. You know what he did, right? And then giving them that information, this direct citation from his own official account shows to me if they're a person that is going to react in a favorable or disfavorable capacity. Either way you look at this, I think objectively this is inappropriate. I think that, especially when we get down to, oh, well, you're all just haters, right? You talked to a minor in an inappropriate fashion. You know what happens to kids like that in school, right? This is a kid that's going to go to school, and because this is big news, you're going to have people bully this kid because, oh, your dad talks to little kids inappropriately, right? Going to lead to bullying issues. Going to lead to family stress issues, right? Think about having a wife, and then their parents, your in-laws, are going to be talking to her, going, like, this is kind of wrong, and that's all speculation. I'm not here for that. Okay, this is wrong, objectively so. This dude is a POS. And, at the end of the day, he's not worth your time. He's not worth anybody's time. Whether he ends up on a funny little list, one could hope, but I don't know if that will happen. He probably has a good legal team. He could probably avoid some of that trouble. I don't know the legal system to that degree. You have a good enough lawyer, you can get out of a lot. I will say as well, because this was mentioned as well in regards to brand image, and this is my final point, because this is an official statement, because this is tied directly to him, there will always be speculation, right? Oh, well, he went to X con or X convention. He went to this place. He went to this. He's part of this company, the sponsorship now, or this company is associating with them, right? That's going to reflect on the company and business partners, right? We've had business partners already come out saying they won't work with him anymore because they don't want to deal with people that deal with minors in this capacity, which is completely fair. We're going to have businesses that get questioned. Well, you're working with Dr. Disrespect. I mean, what are your policies? Do you know this going in? Do you know that he did this, right? And that's going to be a liability for a business or a business partner potentially. And every time you think about it, right? Oh, well, yeah, he was at a convention. Did he deal with kids there? He, through his actions, has now opened him up to the speculation. The fact is, I'm not discussing the speculation here. I am citing that regardless of what I say, that speculation will be there. And his brand and himself will always forever now and going forward be tied to talking with a minor in inappropriate capacity. That is massively damaging to a brand image. And, he'll probably be fine. All he needs is, a few generous benefactors. He'll probably be fine. He'll probably be streaming on YouTube. If anything, if YouTube does kick him off the platform or if YouTube does something, I mean, he might move over to Kick, right? But I don't see this man going anywhere. And what you can do is, acknowledge that this is awful behavior. Make sure that people around you are educated that this man is a man that has a record of talking to minors in an inappropriate fashion, and then making your own cognizant decisions from that point, right? Using your critical thinking skills, taking all of this information, looking at this information, and making your best decision. Me personally, I don't care about the dude, right? We have article after article. We've had a Bloomberg article. We've had, I think it's a Rolling Stones article come out. We were having more and more things come to light. All I am concerned with, and this is from his own official statement, is what I said, right? The answer is yes. He did have messages with an individual minor back in 2017. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate. This man is worthless to me. And I think there's some weird meta to being called a worthless POS by a VTuber on the internet. This is probably going to get some clackback. And you know what? I've done the best I can to be reasonable and rational. I've had discussion after discussion over the past several days in regards to this. And I'm kind of sick of people getting away with this shit. I can't do anything about it, right? I'm kind of sick of people just touching kids or, looking at kids or messaging kids inappropriately. And, wanted to throw my hat in the ring because this needs to stop. And when situations like these happen, regardless how big or small you are, you could have 10 million subscribers, you could have 2 subscribers. This needs to get called out. This needs to get cited, and people do need to be held accountable. FAFO, if you will. But thank you all for watching the ramblings of a dingus Kip. I'm currently, as of this, probably going to put together some more Yu-Gi-Oh decks that I got. Got some Infernoids in, some more Yubel stuff in, right? And let me know what you guys think, right? I feel that I've tackled this in as reasonable fashion as I can. If you believe differently, that's perfectly fine. I feel I've done my best to look at a specific tweet, a specific official statement, and provide my response to that. And going forward, as I said, dude's worthless. Not really gonna just do anything with him, deal with him. He's not worth my time, and he's not worth your time. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you get some water and have a good day.